To say that I have been having a hard time posting about yoga would be an understatement. I haven't been able to muster an instructional video or, a sales pitch for what I'm doing. But, I'm teaching my yoga classes every single day to my people who are steady and strong and together as a community, and really supportive of each other. It's a wonderful thing. But today something happened, and I thought, I'm going to tell the world about this. I spent the morning doing something I like to do a lot on Friday mornings, which is I go to the Santa Monica steps and I climb up and down for 40 minutes and get a little work in my heart, and then I go home and I teach the full primary series on Zoom every Friday. And I give myself 20 minutes because that's really all it takes to jump in my car and get home and do it. Only today, I jumped in my car, and when I went to turn to go down the incline towards PCH, which is how I most quickly can get myself home, it was horrific traffic, just horrific. Like something was very clearly going on. And I knew I wasn't going to be on time. Eventually, I was able to turn left, and then I was diverted off of the 10 and onto Main Street, and I had to take Pico all the way home. But as all of this was going on, and I was like sitting in the traffic, I started to think about, like, who's coming to class today? How can I let them know I'm not going to be on Zoom on time? I kind of forewarned a few people because I wasn't even moving. And then I realized, well, I could pull over somewhere and just teach from my car, which is one of the beautiful things about working the way I do. But what was really fantastic is on Fridays, before we do the full primary series, we do Pranayama. It's a tradition that I've been personally doing in my classes for, 15, 20 years. I teach the beginning introduction to the Pranayama sequence every Friday before we do a full counted primary. And on this day, what I did was I just turned on my Zoom on my phone, kept my camera off, talked them through a little meditation while I drove. And then, because they all know the pranayama, I guided them through the pranayama. I was able to pull into my garage, talk them through like a strong samastitihi, and have them start their sun salutation A's. And I was upstairs in front of a camera by the time we got to Surya Namaskar B, and we had a record time, full primary series, perfectly counted out, and it went great. Yeah. And I kept thinking, wow, thank goodness I'm devoted to what I do, because I would never cancel a class. I just don't do it. I mean, occasionally I have to cancel a class, but they're devoted. Yeah. And it all came together, and it all was beautiful. And then later in the day, I had a little emergency with my daughter. I had to drop something off at her school and whatever. And then something came across on my phone, and I saw news that somebody jumped off the bridge at 4th Street over the 10, which is what caused the traffic. So it brought more heaviness, back, right, to my day. And, we're all just doing what we can do. Teaching yoga is what I can do, right? Providing a space, bringing people together, encouraging breath, encouraging movement, vitality. Even on the hardest days, you're always going to feel better when you do some practice, even if it's a short practice, right? So that was a bit of a long share. I'm just going to post it as a reel, and I hope some of you listen all the way to the end.